I was once on the rise, my life shining with promise and hope, my heart full of dreams I worked so hard to build, and I thought I had found a true partner in the woman I trusted most, my best friend Elena. We shared everything, late nights filled with whispered secrets, dreams of a future where we'd conquer the world together, and a bond forged in years of loyalty. She was the kind of friend who seemed to understand my soul without words, her laughter bright and warm, her support unwavering. I believed in her, in us, until that day when everything shattered like glass beneath a single blow. That day when I walked into the office, my heart pounding with excitement, ready to celebrate a major promotion I had earned through relentless effort, only to find Elena standing there, her face twisted in a cold, triumphant smile, clutching the very letter that declared I was passed over, all her words coded in false sympathy that I now see was a lie. She had sabotaged me behind my back, whispering lies to the boss, planting false evidence that painted me as unprofessional and unreliable, all while I was busting my soul to prove myself. The betrayal cut deeper than I could breathe, tearing my confidence into shreds, leaving me gasping in a fog of doubt and humiliation as I watched her bask in her false victory. Rage and grief swirled inside me. How could she do this? How could she, my own sister in arms, turn so cold, so calculated? I spiraled into a dark pit of despair, but I refused to let her win entirely. I started watching her, listening in secret, noticing the subtle changes in her voice when she spoke about her plans, smelling her perfume linger too long in the air after she left the office. I began to gather whispers from her colleagues, pieces of her lies, and I planted small clues, an email here, a phone message there, so that when the moment came, I would have the evidence I needed. I remember the nights I stayed awake, replaying every cruel word, every dismissive glance, fueling my fury into a cold resolve. I'd walk by her desk, feeling her eyes on me, tasting the bitterness of betrayal on my tongue. But I also felt something fiercer, an ember of justice igniting within my chest. I knew I couldn't confront her yet. That would be too obvious. Instead, I prepared a stage in silence, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, watching her happiness crumble like a house of cards when her secrets were finally exposed. Then came the night of the gala, a night of celebration that she thought would be her crowning moment. I dressed carefully, my heart pounding as I entered the grand ballroom, the room alive with glittering lights, the smell of expensive wine, and the hum of laughter and applause. When her speech began, I stepped forward quietly, my hand trembling slightly, but my voice steady and clear as I revealed the damning evidence I had collected. Emails, photos, testimonies, everything that proved her treachery. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by her stunned gasp, her face draining of color as the truth unfolded before everyone. I watched her crumble, her facade shattered, while I felt an odd peace settle over me. I had finally reclaimed my dignity, not just for myself, but for all women who had ever been betrayed and left to pick up the pieces. I didn't just want revenge. I wanted to leave a legacy. So I took that betrayal, and turned it into something powerful. I established a scholarship in my name for women fighting to break through glass ceilings, those underestimated and dismissed just like I had been. I wanted others to know that even in the face of treachery and heartbreak, we can rise, rebuild, and create something meaningful from the wreckage. I poured my pain into this new purpose, watching as it grew into a beacon of hope for the misunderstood and underestimated. Now, every time I see a young woman stepping into her power, I think of Elena and that long, dark night I turned into my dawn. Sometimes I whisper to myself that betrayal can be the seed of rebirth, that what was meant to break me only made me stronger, sharper, more determined. And I want you to remember that too. No matter how deep the betrayal, how cruel the lie, there is always a way to turn pain into power. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel.